Good morning. You're taking a live look over downtown Macon on this Monday, January 30th. Your time now 6:30. I'm Ashlyn Webb.
And I'm TJ Anthony. Alex Forbes is going to give you your forecast. Alex, when will this rain go away?
Yeah, this is something we've been asking for quite a while. Up 3.5 inches on the month and year so far. And we're adding to it this morning, looking live over downtown. Current temperature of 52. Winds out of the north at about 3 miles an hour. We've got a temperature of 51 in Warner Robins, 53 in Cochrane, 50 up in Milledgeville, 51 in Jeffersonville, and 52 waking up in Wilkinson County. But you can see clearly right here, this boundary we have down to the south, that is where the heaviest rainfall is as of right now. So I flipped this over to our national radar picture, so it's not going to be as high quality. But again, the radar in Jeffersonville has gone down, so it's the best we're working with right now. Scattered showers, parts of Jones County over towards Baldwin, especially down to the south here. A steadier rainfall in Dublin, back over towards Bleckley County and parts of northern Dodge County, mainly north of Eastman at this point. And then also some showers Dooley County over towards Sumter County, Schley County this morning, and all across the area. This is going to continue through the morning hours and across really the southeast, the back edge of the rain beginning to pull into central Georgia. But just because that's moving through doesn't mean we'll be done with the rainfall for the day ahead. We will be looking at scattered showers through the day. 63, the high temperature. Sunrise is at 7:31. We'll talk more about these showers that will last into the night tonight, plus another rainmaker on the way for this week. The details on that, a soggy start for February. All that comes your way here in just a few moments.
Thanks, Alex. We'll check in with you soon. Once again, prices at the pump are on the rise.
And Ashton, of course, many people just are not happy about it.
Pay the exact same amount while all the prices around us are going up, so it's just pushing us, seems like it's pushing us more into poverty.
Since Monday, the national average for a gallon of regular gas increased by 8 cents. to $3.50.
Georgia is one of 10 states that's seen the largest hike in prices, up 18 cents as of Thursday. For some folks we talked to, what's most frustrating about the prices going up is that they're having to make tough decisions.
Everything high, rent, food, it's just that time. So you have to try to evaluate what you want to eat or put gas in your car.
AAA says the average price for a gallon of gas in Georgia is sitting at $3.40.
That's up 14 cents from last week's state average.
The time is 6:32. In state news this morning, officers in the state mourned the death of a South Georgia officer. His department says he died on duty just Saturday while serving the community. Master Patrol Officer Clarence C.J. Williams joined the Cairo Police Department in 2020 and was a beloved member of the agency. Cairo PD said in a Facebook post, the Cairo Police Department, along with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, are investigating how Williams died. The department asked everyone to keep his family in their thoughts during this difficult time.
Police continue to investigate after saving a man's life when a routine traffic stop turned into a frantic police chase. This happened after a man stole an Atlanta police car, then led officers on a high-speed pursuit before eventually crashing in front of an oncoming train. It happened yesterday morning as an Atlanta police officer made a traffic stop in southwest Atlanta. You're seeing the video right now on your screen. While the officer was out of his car talking with the driver, another person unrelated to the stop hopped in the driver's seat of the patrol car and sped off past the officer. Not long after stealing the police car, the suspect lost control and flipped the car onto nearby train tracks. GSP troopers helped APD officers pull the suspect from the police car just seconds before a train rolled in. It ended up smashing the vehicle as it partly blocked the tracks. They arrested the man and charged him with reckless driving, damage to city property, plus other charges.
The time is 6:33. This morning, protesters demand answers from authorities. The self-proclaimed forest defenders in the Atlanta are calling for more thorough investigation into the death of a protester who was killed by an officer after they said the activist shot a trooper. The activists say the death has been met with vigils around the world. Friends say they knew the 26-year-old as funny, curious, and thoughtful, and not the kind of person who would fire a gun on law enforcement. But authorities say that's just what the man did as they tried to clear an 85-acre forested area set for development as a police and firefighter training facility. Protesters dubbed the site as Cop City, and they have been camping there for more than a year.
Your time now, 6:34. The Macon Volunteer Clinic is reaching a milestone. They're celebrating 20 years of service this February.
This is a testament to the community that we're part of. Its ethos, its care and compassion, that it sees this as a huge need for our neighbors.
The clinic served nearly 7,000 patients in 2022, and they're hoping to keep making that big of an impact in the community this year and for years to come. Dr. Samir Othman says one of the leading causes of ER visits are simply not getting basic healthcare needs met. He says for the last 20 years, they've been able to help limit this.
Regular lab work and blood work, getting their medications filled, getting dental work done. So by having this service here and not having insurance, we're doing our best to keep our population out of the emergency room and in their workplace and at home with their families.
The clinic invites you to celebrate the milestone with them at the Love Boat themed party. You can find more information about the anniversary celebration in this story on 13WMAZ.com. If you can't attend, don't worry. They're looking for support in other ways, such as volunteers and donations.
It was once a Crown Plaza, then the Ramada is now a vacant and its future uncertain. Some would say that this downtown Macon skyscraper was the place to be in its heyday.
The 16-story, 300-room building has been sitting vacant for a decade, but now it might be going up for auction in early April. Jessica Cha spoke to Macon business owners about what they think should be next for the building.
Benny Coleman owns FSA Automotive Sales right across the street from the vacant 16-story building. He says he remembers when the lights were on and the streets were busy.
And they come back and they're surprised to see what used to be a landmark in the area be basically a vacant building.
Coleman's business has been open for 5 years, but he says the hotel's history goes much, much further.
I mean, the story is the artists and the famous people that would attend and visit and actually stay on the top floor.
Coleman says vacant buildings encourage questionable behavior, so they're ready for the next step.
We're just 2-3 blocks away from all the action. I would like to see a little split between temporary and maybe permanent housing. It'd be great if it has some graduate housing or maybe for upperclassmen to bring more traffic to this part of downtown.
Everybody was always talking about the Crown Plaza.
Chastity Richardson owns Annabella Riches, a balloon and party decorating shop on Cotton Avenue. She says she remembers the building as a very nice 5-star hotel.
You really couldn't get anything nice like that unless you go to like larger cities like Atlanta.
Richardson says a fond memory of hers was going to eat at the hotel's restaurant on Sundays with her family.
But I really would like to see it as a hotel again because me and my family kind of got a little taste of going on the Sundays at the church, so that would be nice to see.
I remember it when it was in its day.
Jared Andrews works at the Otis Redding Foundation. He says something new should take its place.
So I sort of got to see how remodels it and brings it back to life. I would just blow it up and start over.
Sanga Hospitality, the current owner of the building, will try to sell the hotel for 90 days. Otherwise, it'll go to auction. In Macon, Jessica Cha, 13 WMAZ News.
Court documents say Sanga Hospitality owes millions in debt, including $140,000 in property taxes and $30,000 to Macon Water Authority.
Tax season can be stressful. That's why we spoke to experts about how you can survive tax season. Hear how you can survive the stress next in this week's Mental Health Monday.
Plus, a big picture is coming to life right here in Central Georgia. Filming for a Disney Plus production begins today. Coming up, what road closures you need to look out for.
Your time now, 6:38. Alex, it looks like folks are going to have to take some extra time on their commute. It's going to be a very rainy day.
Yeah, it is, especially a rainy morning. Once we get later into the day, we'll be looking at scattered showers across central Georgia, but then the slight possibility for sun to come out later today. So we got our fingers crossed for that one. Here's a live look over Dublin. This is where some of the heaviest rainfall is coming down right now. A current temperature of 54 out there in Lawrence County. And as we roll through the morning hours, we're going to be looking at much of the same across the area. 52 in Macon, 51 in Warner Robins, 50 in Eastman, 55 in McRae, and 54 in Vidalia. But you can see the heaviest rainfall right now is from Bleckley County, parts of northern Dodge County, through Lawrence County, and then back over towards Emmanuel County and over towards the Savannah River. But there is more showers back off to the west that continue to roll into the area. So, even though it's not raining right now in Macon, we're not done for the day. We still have rain to work our way through over the next hour and a half to 2 hours, and then even more so later on this afternoon, the threat of scattered showers. But you can see the back edge of the rain now beginning to pull into into the area, drier up to the north. And then as you look up towards the northeast this morning, this is the leading edge of the rain came through last night, and it's already now off the coast. So the thing's moving at a pretty good clip. Scattered showers left in its wake by about 9 a.m., but you can see we get some redevelopment here by the noon hour. Overcast conditions. We are not going to see the sunrise here in central Georgia today, nor are we going to see it at the noon hour. But once we get later into the afternoon, here we are at 5 p.m. Notice the clouds hanging on in several spots, but we could see a few peaks of sunshine across central Georgia, and that will be a welcome sight for some. And then once we get into the overnight hours, any spots that did see the clearing, we'll see the clouds build back in for your Tuesday morning. Now, no chance of rain tomorrow morning. It's going to be later on during the afternoon and evening hours for your Tuesday. Only about a 20 to 30% chance. Not everybody's going to see rainfall. And again, it's going to be possible to see some sunshine across central Georgia once again on Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, I'm thinking the better chance of rain is going to be down to the south, with actually a fair amount of sunshine to go around Wednesday afternoon and evening. But that being the first day of February is setting the stage for a very wet start to February. Once we get into the second and third days here, this is going to be our next weather maker, a rain maker rolling its way in here Thursday night. As of now, I'm not expecting storms with this. I'm only expecting heavy rainfall like we are seeing right now, but we'll continue to watch that in the days ahead. Regardless, we will be clearing out by the time we get to Friday afternoon and evening, clear for Saturday, and mostly clear on Sunday as well here in central Georgia. So starting February on a wet note, and wrapping up January on a wet note too. A 70% chance of rain for Thursday and for Friday. That's going to be that system you just saw there on Future View. It's also a warm into January. Average high is 60 for this time of year. Talking about 63 today, 70 tomorrow. So we are ending January again, fairly warm compared to where we should be for this time of year. This is also ending January on a very wet note. So far, at least through midnight, we have picked up 7.44 inches of rain at Middle Georgia Regional Airport. Through any given January 30th, we should see about 4.03. So we are up nearly 3.5 inches of rain, and this is several days of an inch plus of rain. We've had at least 4 of them on the 3rd, 4th, 22nd, and 25th. It wouldn't surprise me if we throw today in the mix as well. So out the door today, expecting temperatures to rise into the 60s before all is said and done, 60 or so by about 4 p.m. I'm thinking our high will be about 63 with the rain becoming scattered later on the day. Overcast skies through majority of the day. But again, that sun is possible, and it is possible for it to come out later on tonight. As for tonight, we're talking about scattered showers continuing, nothing too heavy, an overnight low of 53. And here comes the 7-day forecast. Groundhog Day. It's this week, this Thursday. Will Bogard Lee see his shadow or not? I'm thinking not, because there won't be sun around on Thursday, but still clearing out for the weekend.